Hey everybody, it's me, Myra, Down Home Money, a simple approach to financial freedom. I hope you're doing well. It's Tuesday. It's my day. Thanks for coming back. So we've been spending some time doing Millionaire series. And today you want to go through the whole thing on this one because I'm going to get you started. 5 steps to starting your path to millionaire status. Woo! It's going to be a good one. But first, will you hit the subscribe button if you've watched the other videos and you liked them? Make sure you subscribe and give us a thumbs up and give us a comment. You know what I'd really like? Tell me when you're going to be a millionaire, because goals are dreams with deadlines. You've got to decide, when are you going to have this millionaire status? That's one of the first things. You know, the thing about becoming a millionaire, a lot of it is about mindset. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today, because mindset is so crucial. I really believe the reason I'm where I am today is because, first of all, I have a work ethic that's unbelievable, second to none. But more importantly, I didn't let other people determine where I was going to go and what I was going to do with my life. I made a conscious decision to have a good work ethic. And let me tell you, I have lazy days like everybody else. But I will tell you that I really realized at a young age that I was going to have to work, and I was going to have to work hard. And I watched everybody around me work really hard. My parents worked 2 jobs growing up. So I knew that I needed to have a mindset of abundance. And I needed to know that I could get to the abundance. Because when you have a mindset, and maybe your situation that you live in is scarce. Maybe it's you're living in scarcity and you're barely making ends meet. And I get it. And I want you to know there is a way out. First, you've got to feed yourself positive influences. You've got to be around positive people, positive books. I started by feeding myself. I love to read. Last year I read like 106 books, and most on Audible, and that's how I learn. And I will tell you that I love positive books, and I love books of the underdog winning, because they show you what is possible. And that's what this is about. Every person on this earth can be a millionaire. Will they do it? Well, evidently not, because very few do it in our population. So, but the thing is that they're from very diverse backgrounds. It's not all about education, and it's not all, a lot of it is about your work ethic and your mindset. And if you believe it, you can achieve it. And if you think you can or can't, either way, you're right. And that's what I want to share with you today, because there are 5 steps. So the first step, is to hit the like button. The first real step is to decide why you're doing this. Why are you doing this? What is your goal? What is the reason that you feel like you need to be a millionaire? I think that if you can figure that out first, that's crucial. What is the reason? Why are you doing this? What is we call it big why. For me, freedom was really important. I didn't want a boss. I never had a boss except when I was in high school, and I worked at McDonald's and I worked at El Toro, a Mexican restaurant. And I had a boss, and I didn't like it. I knew that someday I wanted to be that person, right? I wanted to be the person telling people what to do, not the person doing all the work. And I learned that at a young age, but I also knew I needed to figure out what I was going to do and how I was going to do it. And so your big why is why you do things. Why do you get up in the morning? What drives you? What are the reasons you feel that you need to be a millionaire? So for me, I did not want to work after the age of 35. My goal was to get to millionaire status before 35. I did it by 33, and I did it through building passive income streams. For those of y'all that don't know my story, my husband is a policeman. I was a hairstylist doing $5 haircuts and $25 perms in the 80s. And we saved our money, and by the time I was 33, we retired. And we had 10 rental properties, making about $5,000 net a month for our family, and we were able to be free. And that was my whole goal. And you can do it on less. So I tell people all the time, maybe you only need $2,500 a month. The less you can live on, the faster you can get there to your freedom number. But a lot of people say to me, I need, I want to be a millionaire. I need $40,000, $40,000 to $50,000 a year. And that's what that will do for you. $1 million to $1 million to $1,250,000 will take you to about $40,000 to $50,000 a year, that you can, with a 4% withdrawal. A lot of you have heard about the Trinity study, which talks about that if you put your money in index funds and you have that amount of money, you can take, if you say I need $50,000, you're going to multiply it by 25 years, right? If I want $50,000, I'll multiply by 25. That's $1,250,000, and that will throw off the next 25 years, $50,000 a year. How's that sound? Don't want to complicate the video. Just want to share with you that that's what a lot of the FIRE communities does, is they work really super hard. They save 40 to 50% of their income. Some save 75. They live very frugally to save that money and invest it. And through compounding, it allows them to walk away. For me, I did it through buying rental property, and I have another video that I'm going to post. I'll put up here for you, how to make $1,500. It's about a duplex that I own that I make about $1,500 a month net income on. And so I got there a little faster because I bought rental property. And there's several ways to do it though, and that's what we teach, is we teach you how to do it in different ways. But I promise you, unless you have the mindset is what is going to take you through those days where you want to go spend money. I had many of those days. I've been in debt. I've had mortgages. I've had debt. And I will tell you, debt is a paralyzer, and debt is a robber of your freedom. It will rob you of your freedom. And so what I want to share with you is that it's so important that you have the right mindset. So in order to do that, you got to get big goals. You've got to know why. What's your big why? And everybody's is different. So I can't help you with your big why. I can share with you mine. I just wanted freedom. I wanted freedom to wake up whatever time of the day I wanted to wake up. I wanted freedom to go work wherever I wanted to work. I wanted the freedom that if I wanted to just work at the animal shelter and just volunteer, I could. I wanted it to be in control of my life and my time, because I'm very aware that time is finite, money is infinite. I can always make more money, but I can't make more time. So the first thing of the 5 is for you to figure out why you're doing this, because you're going to have to go back to that a lot. You will have to go back to, what is my big why? A lot of people, their children are their big why, and what they want to leave, their legacy that they want to leave behind. So I want you to know your children will follow your example, not your advice. So lead by example. That is an excellent way to lead your kids, is by leading them by example. And this is the most brilliant way, is to show your kids what money's all about, because we don't teach them about money nowadays. So learning your big why and the goals and why you're doing this is important. Okay, second, we talked about mindset. You have to believe this to achieve it. And you've got to be feeding yourself really good information. And, I love it when you watch my video every Tuesday. I'll bring you good information. Be sure to hit the like button, comment, tell us what you want. I'll help you, because this channel, that's what it's for. This is a passion project for me, and I am loving it. And of course, you all know I've got a book coming out. Matter of fact, it comes out, I think, September 29th. I cannot wait. It is Down Home Money, A Simple Approach to Financial Freedom. That's what it's about. And it's going to tell you all of this in one small book to take you to freedom. And I think you will love it. So, but mindset is so important. I mean, mindset's the second thing. You got to know why you're doing this, and you've got to have a positive attitude. So get you some good books. One of the first books you ought to read, I'll show you, that really changed my way of thinking about money was Your Money or Your Life. Your Money or Your Life really made me understand that about money and why it's so important, and why you trading your time for money. So number 3, you got to know where you are. And I share that, and I'll put that up here or here. somewhere. I'll put it up there for you. Financial freedom. And I go into steps, and I have 3 videos, 1, 2, and 3, that takes you through these steps. But you need to do a net worksheet. You got to know where you are in order to know where you're going. And so many people miss this step. But you've got to know where you are, and don't worry about it if it's negative. Because if you have a lot of debt, it's probably going to be a negative number. But that's what we got to work with, and that's how we're going to move forward, okay? And it's crucial. You got to know this. I do it every year. Matter of fact, on New Year's Eve, I figure out my net worth every year. And I love doing that. It's like I get to see what I worked for all year long. And it's just important because, honestly, it really does tell you what you've been working for. So think about that. If you're 20 years in of your career and you still have a negative number, that's what you've been working for. So it's important. It's really important. Next thing, number 4, budget. You need to sit down, and I am so serious about this, and I hate this, okay? I hated it, but it changed the way I looked at my money because I didn't really realize what I was spending all my money on. Because remember, we were a hairstylist and a policeman. We were living on less than $100,000 combined a year, and we made it to millionaire status less than $100,000 a year. So all those stories you hear about people making tons of money, no. If you ever listen to Dave Ramsey, he has a video that talks about different millionaires. They all say they saved their money to millionaire status. And it's true, you guys. So you got to start, okay? That's the key. It's just getting started. But if you will look down and do a budget, write down all of your expenses every month. Just figure out, what are your expenses? What do you need? Tally up that number. If it's more than what you make, you've got 2 choices. You either cut those expenses or you go get a side hustle. And a lot of people go get a side hustle, especially when you're in your 20s and 30s. You've got a lot more energy. Go get a side hustle. Let's work on paying down your debt. That's the other thing. So while you do that, we've got the budget now. You know how much you need to pay all your expenses every month and how much you make. Figure out, do you need a side hustle? Then we need to look at that and we need to decide, because savings should be a part of your budget. And if you have a job that has a 401k, you need to max it out. Where do you get free money? Most companies are going to double it. If you put in 3%, they'll put in 3%. That's incredible. Max that thing out, because when they were interviewing the millionaires, most of them became millionaires through their 401k because of all the compounding. But anyway, what a great way to build your wealth. And that's what this is about. So number 5, this is what I do still to this day, okay? I document all my expenses. You got to document, get you one of these little books. I take this with me. It stays with me at all times. I write down every penny. Of course, lately, with the pandemic and not traveling, not going so many places, we're not having very many expenses. It isn't happening because I'm staying home a lot and I'm cooking a lot. We're having more expenses on groceries, but no eating out much. We really are sticking to the plan, and it's been a great plan. Honestly, everybody I talk to says, it's so much easier not spending money right now. And that's the truth, isn't it? It's way easier to not spend money during this pandemic. Kind of funny. So those are 5 things. So let's go back through them. Your goals and your big why. Write down why you're doing this, because you're going to need to go back to that. I had it on my mirror. So early on, I knew I wanted to be a millionaire, and I had on my mirror that I was going to be a millionaire. So, everybody's different. I just needed that affirmation every day when I was getting dressed and it's 6 a.m. and I'm going back to work. And, and then when I was brushing my teeth at 10 o'clock at night because I'd just gotten home, I needed to see that affirmation why I was doing this. Because I wanted to be a millionaire and have freedom. Freedom meant more to me than anything. So there you go. I will tell you that goals and big why, you got to know that before you can start anything. Number 2 is mindset. You've got to have abundance mindset and know why you're doing this, and you want to do this, and you've got to feed your mind positive things all the time, whether it's affirmations, whether you just need to be feeding. You need to be having good thoughts, and there's so much negativity right now on the TV. Oh, I don't know about y'all, but oh my goodness. That I just have to listen to podcasts and listen to audible books so that I can feed myself the positivity that I need. So that's 2. Number 3, where are you? Do your net worth sheet. Stop what you're doing. Turn this video off and come back. But first hit subscribe and then like. And then turn the video off and go do your net worth sheet. It's a game changer. For some people, it puts a smile on your face. It makes you go, yes, this is what I've been working for. Some people go, I had no idea. So that's important. You need to have that aha moment so you can move this thing forward. Number 4, budget. You got to get your budget. So figure out what all you spend every month. Figure out what your income is. If that budget is more than your income, that's why you're in debt. That's why the credit cards are where they're at. That's exactly why you are where you are today. You got to get something cut. You got to start cutting expenses. So there's only 2 ways you can do this. You can cut expenses or you can get a side hustle and get another job. It's your choice. You can do whichever because we've got to put money in our savings. Number 5. Document every expense. Get you a little notebook and document every expense you have. If you're at the gas station and you spend some money on gas, you need to write it down. I spent $25 on gas this last week. You've got to write it down. You've got to know your expenses. And, it's funny because saving money becomes a game. You're going to love it. You're going to love saving money. It is going to become a game for you. And if you will put yourself around the right people, because energy is contagious, you'll become what you surround yourself with. So important. Energy is so contagious. So just pop on my videos. When you start feeling like, I don't know, I can't do this, I want to go spend money. I mean, there are days I used to just want to go to the mall and act like a soldier and say, charge. But you can't do that. You can't. We are charging towards freedom and financial freedom. So just remember that. Everybody feels the same, okay? And that's part of it. We all feel that way and we think, oh, I just want to go spend some money. But I'm just telling you, just hang tight. All right, I'm going to share a couple more things with you. Formal education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. And I want you to remember that because that's what you're doing right now. While watching these videos, you are learning things you can do. Financial freedom doesn't change. So y'all might get bored with the videos, but you're going to need them because it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time to build this. And you're going to say, well, she said the same thing she said last film. Yep, because it's the same. You're going to have to save your money. One of these videos are going to click and we're going to financial freedom. Work while they sleep. Learn while they party, and save while they spend, and then live like they dream. I share that with you because that's what this is about. Remember, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep and what you do with it. Thank you for watching our videos. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give us a like. Hit that bell so you can get all of our videos. I sure appreciate you. Thank you so much. And see you later. See you next Tuesday.